All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us back today again on another episode. It's episode 4 today, and it's on the mic with JB Banda. Today, my guest is Amber Mccall. We go way back, Amber. And thank you for joining me. A lot of people might not know who Amber is, but listen, me and Amber, I think, did a season, worked in Cyprus in 2013, way back in the day. And it's just somebody
Great times.
I know, somebody I've just kept in touch with. Just seen on your Facebook that you're an entrepreneur now. So single mom, an entrepreneur. I just wanted you to share your business and juggling being a mother and your business. Just talk to us. Like, how did you get into it?
So obviously, back when I met you, babe, it was amazing times. Young, free, wild. Could do what we wanted, and we had a great time. Always been a hard worker. Even back in Iron Upper, I was grafting every day, still having piss ups. But came back to the UK, had my little girl, and obviously being a mum, it's hard to sort of juggle mum life, trying to maintain a normal life, everything like that. So I was working, had her in nursery, and I just got to this point where I was just like, I cannot make any more money than what I am making right now, and I am literally trading my time for money.
What were you doing? What were you doing? What job were you doing, if you don't mind me asking?
So I was working in an office. I was actually selling web domains to America. And while it was good money, as I said, I was just trading my time for money. And being a mum, I've just felt like I was missing so much, putting her in nursery and everything at a young age. I just didn't really have a choice but to do that. Otherwise, we couldn't live properly. And I just felt sort of trapped and almost like a failure as a mother, because I felt like I shouldn't be in this position. I should be able to, live the way we want to live without having to be away from her.
And where were you at this point? Were you like still at home with your parents, or did you have your own place? I
had my own place.
Yeah.
So I've always worked really hard, and then as soon as I had my little girl, obviously my money dropped because I wasn't able to do what I was doing before. So I ended up moving into a tiny little flat, basically, which was just top floor. It just wasn't suitable for a baby, being in the summer and things. It was just awful. So I was in a tiny little bedroom flat.
Where was this? Is this in Bournemouth?
Yeah, this is in Bournemouth. So even though Bournemouth is lovely, it's a lovely place to live, obviously there can be some not great parts either. So from going from a lifestyle that I was living in a lovely house and I was living the life I wanted to then I really wanted to become a mum. And as soon as I made that choice, it's almost like my life got ripped away from me, not because of her, because people almost judge you as a mother and they think, oh, she's not going to pay her rent, or, we don't want to employ you and things like that. So, I lost out on properties and things just because I was a mother, and it was really hard. And then obviously, I ended up losing my job because I couldn't go back full time and they didn't like it.
Wow.
So, I was just kind of just stuck in this position thinking, what can I do to...
What was your family at that time? Obviously, a lot is going on. You've lost your job, single mom, first time being a mother. Like, what was your family saying at this point?
Well, it's kind of a hard one because a lot of people, they have like a family home where they can go to, and they've got parents that are going to sort of leave them some inheritance and things. And that sounds awful. But my dad lives in a caravan. My mum's in a tiny 1-bedroom flat. So I was really in a position where I couldn't just rely on them, which I'm grateful for, because I've always worked so hard because of that. I think when you come from nothing, almost you have more drive to like get somewhere.
100%.
And my mum and dad have had lots, but we lost that in the recession sort of nearly 15 years ago. So that's gone. So yeah, my family very, very supportive, but again, they had to work, so I couldn't get my mum to have my child a week while I worked, because she's trying to make ends meet as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, literally it was just a really rubbish time, and obviously as a mum, those should be the best moments of your life, whereas it just felt really stressful for me. And especially, you know, living in the UK, everything, taxes, this and that, it's just so expensive.
Yeah.
So I looked for a way out, really, and that's where everything online sort of sprung out to me. It's something that I could obviously do from the comfort of my own home, around my baby girl, choose when I wanted to do it. So that really stuck out for me.
So what did you do? Did you just like go online and start researching, or did you like, were you?
Yeah, I did. So my sister actually joined a network marketing company 2 years before I had my little girl. She promotes and takes Herbalife shakes, which are like the leading shake company. Yeah.
I've heard of
so anyway,
Herbalife. I've heard of Herbalife, and a lot of people out there would have heard of Herbalife. There's laws like they've been in the business for so many times.
I mean, it's an incredible product. It's so nutritious and everything like that. Look at me selling it. And I see my sister had great success from it. She does really, really well from it. She makes great money. She quit her job, you know, she retired her boyfriend and everything like that. So I looked into network marketing, and I did my research on quite a lot of companies before I made a decision. I joined my business for lots and lots of reasons. I work for a company called New Skin. We are the #1 skincare beauty device brand in the world. So we hold that title, which is amazing. Obviously, a lot of salons do treatments, you know, body contouring and things like that. But we're the only company to create handheld devices of these machines. So it is fantastic. Credible company to be partnered with.
So what made you, what made you sort of choose them? Because obviously one person, like for me, if my brother is doing amazing in Herbalife, I would have probably joined Herbalife. I'd be like, mate, can I jump on? Because this is amazing. Like, why did you feel after the research you did that, you know, the skincare was better than the Herbalife?
First of all, I personally enjoy a bit of toast in the morning.
Okay.
So I love my food, so I'm a bit of a foodie, but for me it was how much the company gives back. So we've got an initiative called Nourish the Children. So when we first started this initiative, Malawi was the most malnourished place on the planet. Okay. And now it is the most nourished, even if you can say that. So what we do is we do these bags called Vitameals, and rather than just feeding a child for a month, we actually nourish them. So it's a bag of porridge which has every single nutrient and vitamin that a child needs to, you know, grow and develop the way they should do. So every time I make an order, I donate 5. I truly believe to receive, you have to give. And I think being grateful for what you have and giving, it comes back to you. 100%. So that touched me because of my situation with my little girl. I just thought, wow, what an incredible company. We do so much for charity and everything like that. So I just decided this feels right for me. And of course, I was interested in skincare. And not only that, I mean, beauty is obviously, there's trends in the world. So the beauty trend is always the first beauty trend. Yeah. You can be really, really poor, but you'll still go and get your foundation and mascara, you know? Yeah. So because we're at the forefront of that trend, having the #1 skincare device brand, I just thought it's a no-brainer for me. So amazing company.
Amazing. So how did you reach out to like, how did you reach out to them? Did you just send them an email, or talk to us through like the process? Obviously, this company, you're excited. Oh my God, this looks amazing. You've done the research, you've done the reviews. Like, talk to us through that.
Yeah, okay. So I was actually approached for the business 4 times over 4 years by the same person. This lady now, she's right at the top of the compensation plan. She's a massive inspiration to me, but I never actually signed up with her. And I think the timing was wrong, and it's always about timing with everybody. So once I'd had my little girl, I connected with my upline now, who's a dear friend of mine. We've only ever met once as well, which is crazy, but talk every day. And she popped up on my Instagram, and I seen her using one of these devices, and I said to her, oh my God, I've been watching girls with this business for years. I really want one of those devices. And of course I couldn't afford it because I was in a really rubbish situation. So she said to me, hey, look, why don't you register? It's a completely free business opportunity, like, you know, no targets, monthly minimums or anything like that. But you can then gain access to the products at wholesale price. And if you sell a couple, you can buy one for yourself. So I literally just thought, you know what? I was a little bit worried about what people would think of me, thinking, oh my God, you know, is she that desperate? She needs to promote these products to
Another
make life.
pyramid scheme. Here goes another one of those.
Yeah.
Is it like Avon or whatever they call it?
Yeah, it's called New Skin. I mean, pyramid schemes are illegal, so I do not work for an illegal company. I hate it when people call them pyramid schemes. I'm like, it's not. You literally, you know, if you put the work in, you get it back. And with these type of companies, you have to help other people to be able to be rewarded. So every time I help someone make a certain amount of money, I get rewarded for that. So I'm helping, and it makes me feel good for helping somebody else. Do you know what I mean?
I get it.
Yeah, so I was brought into the business by a lovely lady from Yorkshire. We're now online best friends. I was actually homeless a couple of months into joining.
Wow.
And
Talk to us through that. How did you get to the point where you was homeless? Like, let's go back there.
Okay, so my landlady let herself into my apartment one day and just moved my stuff out, and told me she was coming back to Bournemouth and she needed my property. And I mean, my daughter's birth certificate was like out in the road. It was a really stressful time, and because I was so skint, you know, I had no money.
Yeah.
My credit was awful. So once I was out of that property, I wasn't being accepted for any other properties because my credit was bad.
Yeah. And how did she just come back and just get you out? Was you behind on rent, or what was the story?
No, I wasn't behind on rent. She just basically wanted the property back, and I never signed a contract. It was a friend of a friend's.
Fair enough.
Which was really bad. So yeah, because my credit was awful, I kept failing credit checks. Obviously,
Yeah.
my whole life was in my mum's lounge.
Yeah.
And at a time like that, I think a lot of people, and I get it now, you know, girls join my team and they say to me, oh, this has happened this week and I can't do that. And I just think, come on, like, you've got to fight yourself out of this place, and you're only going to do that by focusing on something good and that's going to better you. So I remember having £40 left to my name, and I remember saying to my upline, I've got £40 left for the month. Shall I come to this event in London that's meant to be learning about the business, or shall I feed my child for the rest of the month? And she said, come to the event.
Wow.
So
that is huge.
Yeah, she said,
No way.
get your ass on that coach. So I was on my own. I'd actually had a cyst grow on my face at the time from so much stress. It was awful.
So you were putting literally everything in this situation to say, I'm gonna go to this training with the little that you had left, the £40 that was left. You just
I
put
just
it in.
thought, I watched other people's journey in the business before I joined, and I just thought, well, if they can do it, why can't I do it? And these are people from all different backgrounds, all different ages, you know, from all over the world. So I just thought, I can do anything I put my mind to. So I was a bit nervous. I got on the coach at 4 a.m. on my own, left my child for the first time, went to London, met hundreds of people I'd never met before, and I was there thinking, what the hell am I doing here? Where's my child? But as soon as I walked out of that place, I just knew that I'd made the right decision. Just listening to everybody's success and the energy and just the positiveness that those people brought into my life at such a crap time, it just made me realize that you really are who you surround yourself with. So I cut some ties when I came home. Basically, I was like, right, that's it, I'm done with you. And then I had a bit of a good luck stroke, basically my nan lent me £10,000 to
Whoa.
basically pay 6 months upfront rent on this property. So
Whoa. That's a super nan. That is super nan.
She didn't really have a choice, but I've
What?
paid her. I've paid her back now.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I was basically about to go into temporary accommodation with my little girl, which I'm so grateful it's there, and I would have taken it if I had to, but I just thought to myself, I need to, be somewhere nice for my little girl this summer. So my credit was bad, and I said to the guy, look, I will pay 6 months upfront rent, give me a chance, I'm a great tenant. And he did. And yeah, when I moved in here, I was still really behind on money. Every bit of money I did have, I was sort of investing into my business and buying products that I could showcase and, tell people about, because I wouldn't recommend something I've not tried myself. So you have to. And we're very lucky with this business. We don't have any overheads. If you was to start up a business, you would have to find a premises, you'd have to lease it, you'd have to think about insurance, you'd have to think about staff, paying staff, getting staff, things like that.
Yeah.
So the only thing I have to, do is invest into myself, which I think everybody should be doing on a daily basis before anything else, mindset and things like that. And to buy up a couple of products, I thought it will be worth it.
So obviously your grand is super grand. I'm gonna call her super grand. So super grand got you 10 G's, paid 6 months ahead. And then what did you do? So did she give you the 10 grand into your account, or did she just pay out of her account?
She put it straight into the estate agent's account and got it paid for me. But yeah, I mean, my business has paid her back fully.
So how did you start then? How much product did you have to buy? Like so obviously you've moved into this house, super grand has paid the flat, like everything is starting to look up. Like then what was your next step?
So because I was homeless for a couple of months, obviously I wasn't having to pay rent. So I was at my mum's. So the money that I was getting from the government, I was spending it on a few products here and there. So by the time I moved into my house, I already had a couple of products that I'd been using and things. And I think because I documented my journey, I wasn't sort of afraid to hide what I was going through, I think people resonate with that, so
they do.
People could see what I was doing, why I was doing it, and then they've watched me grow in confidence and just everything really. So I've been very, very lucky that I have had a great team of girls join me, and things are just going absolutely amazing now. And it's all to do with the way my mind was set, and the support that you get online is just, I remember sitting in an office for God knows how many hours a week, and I would barely get a thank you walking out of the door. And now, I'm literally two tiny bits away, qualified for a trip to Mauritius.
Wow.
As well as all the amazing, bonuses and everything that I've already had. So it's so nice to be in a different place.
Talk to us about your first person that you signed up. Like, how was that? Like, before we even go to that, let's trick back a bit. Like, how does this work? Like, how do you get paid? So talk to us through the payment scheme, because a lot of people are listening. Okay, this skincare, how do you get paid? Like, all right, talk to us.
So, for example, if you were a plumber, you would have a plumber's account, and you can go and get your plumber's gear at wholesale price.
100%.
Okay, so with my business, all that happens is you sign up for a business account with this leading skincare and cosmetic company, and you get everything at cost price, so at wholesale. So you can make the retail markup on all the products. Now, the way that you can climb and make a lot of money is by basically introducing the business to somebody else, for example, a customer who already loves the products and recommends them, and they can then start recommending them as well and making the retail markup. But the
Okay.
only way that you can really climb the pin titles, which is what we call it in our business, is by helping them make a certain amount of money. And when I've helped them hit those milestones, I then go up as well.
So talk to me from start. What is like, let's talk money. What does somebody need to sort of jump into something like that? Because at the minute with lockdown, there's a lot of people out there that don't have, that have lost a lot of jobs, and some of like a lot of single moms out there, not just single moms, a lot of moms, a lot of parents, a lot of people in general that are just struggling right now. Like, what do people need in terms of to start? Like,
So
do they need
you
500,
don't need
300?
anything. All you need is consistency, grit, and determination. That is all you need to start. You do not have to purchase a single product if you don't want to, and you can start getting paid every week. Personally, it's nice to recommend something you've tried. So you sign up for a business account. You don't have to buy anything if you don't want to, but we've got a teeth whitening treatment. It's £10. So you could invest in one toothpaste and make £200 back on it, So we've got pre-made content for absolutely every single product that we sell. So a lot of girls join my team and they say, look, I'm not in a position to buy a starters kit. I'm joining because I really need to make some money. And I say, absolutely, no problem. I've got all of this pre-made content for you to start using on my customers' results photos. So you can tag them, these people, they're genuine people, and they can start making money immediately just from recommending products.
But what's the startup kit like? For instance, if somebody wanted to start up?
There's lots of different ones. So if you wanted to buy a product, you can buy one toothpaste. If you wanted to, you could buy a Lumi Spa, which is the world's #1 skincare device. It's a facial cleanser. It moves in micro pulse oscillation. So basically it moves at the precise frequency to stimulate skin cells, which gives you skin renewal and keeps you plump and young and lovely. So that is my best seller. It's my best business tool. A lot of girls will sign up and order one straight away so they can start using it, showing their networks and make back, and then everything on top.
So how much is that for wholesale and how much is it at retail, that same product?
So at wholesale, it's 157 for us. And then at retail, it's 217. So it's about a £60 profit.
And you're shifting those?
Oh, yeah. I've done I've done a lot. I've done quite a lot, over the time. But yeah, I've probably sold like 5 today. But I could have days and days without a sale. It's for me, it's not about that. It's about, one, I had awful skin when I started, so to help people with their skin is amazing, and then to help people with their income alongside of it. I mean, some people don't want to make the tens of thousands on a monthly basis. A lot of people do just want to supplement an income, and maybe pay for their food shop or their petrol on a monthly basis. So it's something fun. There's no pressure in it, which I absolutely love. You can literally put what you want in and that's what you'll get out of it, basically. But I decided I wanted to do this full time. I thought to myself, I absolutely love this. I love the women I've met along the way, all the free training. And we did a manifestation boot camp the other morning, and so many girls have manifested like thousands into their home this week, and just crazy things. It's madness. But yeah, it all comes from such a good place, and it just makes it nice because it's not stressful. And with furlough at the moment, there's just no security, I think, and with this, it's just you can give yourself that security. If I don't sit at my desk all night, then I'm not getting paid. But I can do it when she's asleep, and I know that she's not missing out, which for me is just so important.
So that's basically, it's giving you like time with your daughter.
Yeah, it's giving me time with my daughter. I don't have to rob her milk anymore, which is just like great. No mum wants to be in that position. Like, I'm sure lots of women have been there. You've got like 12 days till the payday and you're thinking, oh my goodness, how are we going to live?
So how did it transform for you? Like, obviously, like you got the business, you started out and you were selling little by little when you were, homeless.
Yeah.
And obviously then by the time, Super Grand got you the house, you then were like, you know what, this is amazing. And then at that point, you'd already started building some client. And when did you sort of kind of click in that you are like, give us something where you thought, okay, wow, I'm making great money here and I can see this, like, this is amazing, I'm doing great. Like, how much did you make? And at one point, was it a turning point for you?
Okay, so I'll be honest, the first 6 months of the business, I barely made a penny. And that is because, you don't start a business and make profit straight away. You have to show people that you are serious about something. They need to be able to trust you and trust your opinion and things like that. So the first 6 months, I think you just sort of showing to people that you are wanting to do this and you're not going anywhere with it. So that's what I did. And I showed my consistency. And then I would say probably about...
So say in 6 months, let's be specific. So in 6 months from starting, how much are we talking? How much did you make in 6 months?
In 6 months, I probably made about £300. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
And that's only because I discount all my products because I like to look after people. So I was giving away my retail profit, if you like.
So you was discounting more than you should, basically.
Yeah.
So you was eating into your profits.
Yes, only because I knew I wanted to do it full time. Yeah. And I knew that in the long run, growing my network and looking after my customers, they're going to come back to me in the future. Whereas when people join my team and they don't want to, climb all the way to the top, I just say to them, don't give the discount, pretend it's not there, because they don't know about it anyway. The products are well worth the price. So the girls that don't want to climb the pins, they just take their commissions, which they will make, a couple of £100 a month, which is all they want. So, that's... 6 months in, I think I didn't make too much money. And then I think where I got to know the products so well, you could tell when I was speaking about them that I really took the time to learn about what I was recommending. Yeah. And I think that's so important. You don't go in and start selling health insurance before you know the policies. You have to train.
Product knowledge is key.
Yeah, you get given scripts and things and you start learning it for a couple of months. So I think when my network saw that I was really taking the time to understand what I was selling, and it wasn't just for, my social media, my client base grew massively. And lockdown hit, the first lockdown in March.
Yeah.
And so many people now, they're so much more open to, doing at-home treatments because they can't get to the salons. We've got everything. We've got 250 products, so we've got something to suit everyone. We say if you've got skin, hair, nails, then we've got something for you, teeth, anything.
Yeah.
And of course, because the uncertainty, a lot more people still are to making an extra source of income online, because there is just no security working for somebody else anymore. You just don't know. So my team started growing in March last year, and throughout the whole summer, nobody were getting their jobs back. Things were still a bit wonky in the world, and just so many people ended up joining the team and absolutely loving it. I would say by May, I had fully replaced my old full-time income. So I was able to tell them.
And at what age? At what particular timeline did you sort of pay Super Grand back?
I paid her back in 1 month.
Wow.
And that was in November. So yeah, it was a good month.
Wow.
But yeah, I still obviously I actually have a few debts left, but I'm just I don't always want to just pay off my debts. I'm like, I keep some for me, but only little ones, like a credit card I had when I was about 18, I still need to pay off, and a Littlewoods account. So from where it's come from, I'm quite pleased, and my main priority was my grandma, so I'm glad that she's done with. So obviously when I started understanding the business more, I was able to duplicate it down to my girls properly and help them in a way that they probably needed when I first got them on board, because I was so new to it as well. So I've helped them build teams. You know, I've got people in Canada working for me that I've never met. I've got people in Portugal, South Africa. I've got girls all up the country that I've never met. And the reason why it's worked so well is because I think with this line of work, people don't go deep enough in their lines to get to know who's in their organisation. So if I employed you, for example, you would be my level 1.
Yeah.
And you can employ someone, they can employ someone. And when you're 9 levels deep, a lot of people are like, well, she's 4 hours away. I don't even know her third upline, so I'm not going to bother. Whereas I make a relationship with everybody deep as I can, because then I know the way that I work will get duplicated down properly. And the only reason why it works is because the people that have taught me have already done it. And there's no secret to it. It's just a simple system, and once you understand it, it's so easy, you know.
No,
but it's just, I think if you're not making money online, you're definitely missing a trick. Yeah, I just think.
No, I think you're right.
I was on my phone.
Yeah, you had right, because
I was on my phone.
Yeah. Online at the minute. Sorry, online at the minute is the way forward. A lot of people are making a ton of money online, but it's always, a lot of people are a bit dubious. Like the public still don't know like what is going on, and it's like it's a minefield out there. A lot of people have tried, like you said, these so-called pyramid schemes and whatnot. And I know yours is not a pyramid scheme, but I'm just saying a lot of people listening to this will be a little bit skeptical. So like you're saying, so how many girls have you got like under yourself, like your whole team, including the level 1s, the whole lot?
So like 80 girls.
Wow.
Which is not too many. Like, I aim to have like 10,000 people under me in 2 or 3 years. That's my goal. But everybody in my team are succeeding, which I love. I absolutely love that. I just love that. And can I just say, the people that say like that multi-level marketing is a scam are the people that have joined. They've not invested into their business. They haven't taken the time to learn about what they're selling. So they don't, they're not gaining customers because they don't know what they're talking about, and they don't give it a chance. And then they go and slag an industry off that they've really taken no time to even get to know. So it's definitely not a scam. It's not. It's just, if you go into any business, they're like this. You've got the director at the top, you've got the managers, and you've got all these people that sit there, and it's just impossible. But yeah, I mean, anybody that's been looking into this, anything online, even if that's Bitcoin or something like that, just go for it. Do your homework, and you have nothing to lose at all. I just think it's such an incredible way to connect with people and make money, and do it on your terms.
Yeah, I think you're a living proof of that. I mean, homeless, single mother, kicked out on the roads, in the streets.
You couldn't make it up, could you?
No, you can't make it up. And to where you were and now to where you are right now, you've got 80 people under you. You didn't make no money in the first 6 months. And I think it's very important that people understand this, because a lot of people go into business thinking, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire next week. And they miss the point that it just doesn't work like that. Like,
you have to
work your belt in a day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You have to work. People don't give themselves enough time. If you invested 200 grand into a restaurant, you're not going to see profit for a couple of years. And we don't even have to invest. All we have to do is learn about products and buy a couple, and that is it. So yeah, it's definitely about people drop off too soon, basically.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
No, 100%. Where would you say financially, where are you right now? Like, what are you bringing in? Like, let people know. Like, be honest with me. Come on, my people want to know. Like,
I don't want to say exact numbers.
Obviously, you're different because you've got 80 people under you. But there's a lot of people who could be listening to this and say, "Listen, I want to do that. I reckon I've got 80 friends. I mean, I've got 1,000 friends on Facebook. I think I can get 80. How much are you bringing in a month?"
Okay, well, I would say about 10k a month.
Wow.
And obviously right now, like, I'm at a level where my average wage should only be about 4k. So it really is estimated on average, obviously. But this is, I'm at such a
Hard worker.
not a low point, but I've got a few pins to climb. And I mean, my mentor Louise, she's a team elite and she's on like 100 grand a month. It's just, and she was a trained physiotherapist. She had no background in beauty, sales, social media, anything like that. And again, she's retired her boyfriend at 29. And it's just incredible because she was, as a physiotherapist, working crazy hours, and she knew she wanted a family and things like that. So yeah, it's that's my goal. I generally will not stop until I am at a team elite level.
And how many people do you need under you to get to that elite level?
So to become a team elite, you would need 8 brand reps. Oh, sorry, I thought my little girl woke up then. 8 brand reps, and you would have to have like a 10k leg, a 20k leg, a 30k leg, and a 40k leg. So for example, I am at lapis level and I'm about to go up to ruby, and that means I would have helped 4 people establish a really stable business. Obviously, everybody else that I've got in there, they are making money, but they are building that stability now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, girls that I've helped build a stable business, they've got huge teams of their own, which, because I've duplicated it down right, I don't need to be I'm not on my phone all day, every day. I just help the new people that come in until they're out of the place where they are self-sufficient, and then they duplicate it down as well. So yeah, it's an incredible opportunity, and the company is just absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. Who wouldn't want to work with amazing skincare products and get paid to do it? It's the girl's dream.
Absolutely. It is every girl's dream, to be fair. That's a given. Yeah.
It
No,
really is.
I think for most, like obviously you've covered that quite well. I think a lot of people, they're just, it's just fear, and they don't want to lose money, they don't want to be scammed, they're fearful, and because they've heard a lot, they've read a lot in the press and seen so much, heard things go wrong. I mean, I was watching blaming Coronation Street, and then the thing was in there about the scare king thing, like couldn't sell them and all these things, and she had to give up. So I'm just like, it's all over our TV, so a lot of people do get skeptical by it. But the way you've explained it, you are living proof that it can happen. You've now got 80 girls under you, from homeless, single mom. Now you've got 80 girls under you. You're clearing about 10k a month. I mean, that is amazing. For the journey that you've had. So what would you tell, obviously, the people out there? Like, what would you say? There's a lot of people that are in a dark place at the minute, and mental health.
Okay, I would say bad times create drive, for me anyway. And if it doesn't, then you need to find like your why. Obviously, having children, I think, is most people's why. But if you haven't got that, like, there's so many other things that you could be gunning for. But I think other people's opinions don't pay your bills. Don't let anybody tell you can't do something, because you can do anything you want. And just, if you're going to start something, don't give up, basically, because there's too many people that start things and they give up because they don't see results, or they have negative people in their ears. And I still get it now. I had somebody in my hometown last week share a photo of one of our devices, say they're a joke. We're voted the #1 beauty device brand in the world. Like, it's ridiculous. And I just think, well, my silly little business has paid for my every bit of furniture in this house. It's paid off debts, and these people are laughing at my silly little business, but they are sat on furlough. And I just think, why be so narrow-minded and hateful? And if I cared, it probably would affect me. but I was in a place where nothing else bad could happen to me, and I just thought there's absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. So if you have got hurtful words being thrown at you and you're told you can't do something, then your brain is the biggest muscle in your body. Like if you go to the gym all the time, that's amazing, but if you're not telling yourself good things, you're still not going to feel good. Even if you're at the gym every day, you know, people can lose a leg and they'll have to have it cut off, but your brain will always be there. So you've got to really work on your mindset, and personal development is huge. Tony Robbins is amazing.
He is amazing. Tony Robbins is definitely amazing. There's a lot of great speakers out there, but Tony Robbins is one of the best, 100% now for sure.
I know.
No, honestly, like it looks like it is true. We're living in a society where people's opinions, you know, people leave other people's opinions, like they're living their life through what other people are saying, and a lot of people they get persuaded by, you know, people's opinions. If somebody says it's not cool, then they won't do it, even if they really wanted to do it. And I think you're right by saying, you know, don't let other people's narrow-mindedness, you know, you know.
No, exactly.
Right.
You know, once upon a time, somebody would have said that they wouldn't have been able to make an aeroplane or a television and things, and you know, if that person didn't really persist and just carry on no matter what people said, then we wouldn't be able to even have this Zoom call properly. So you know, it's endless possibilities when you put your mind to it. And obviously, business aside, if anybody ever wanted to chat or anything like that, then I'd be absolutely more than happy to, you know, help you and give you any advice on
let's talk to that. Let's talk about that. Like, so what, obviously people will listen to this. I'm going to put this on all my social media platforms, and I think people should definitely listen to this because I think it's one of the best podcasts we've had so far, and it's really going to help a lot.
Thanks.
What we're going through right now, a lot of people are out of work, they don't know what to do, and you know, they don't want to go to work because, you know, with all the virus, you don't know if you're safe, and you're doing something that's pretty much, you don't need to get out of the house, and you know, you do it on social media. You don't really need much money to start with, which is great.
No.
How can people join this, Amber? How can people jump onto this? Like, how, like, talk to us through, where can they find you? How can they join?
What I would do, I wouldn't just sign you up. I would want to make sure that you know what you're signing up to and you understand the business and things. So I would send you over a pre-recorded business briefing, for example. It would just explain the business model, our company to a T, what we stand for, you know, the science behind all of our products and everything like that, and the compensation plan, so that, you know, people can make an informed decision whether they would like to you know, start partnership with the company. And I'd like them to make their own mind up on the business beforehand, and yeah, I would personally guide them every step of the way. I would help and mentor them, you know, at whatever pace they felt comfortable. And yeah, it was just a journey that everyone's journey is different, but yeah, it's a free business opportunity. Of course, if you want to recommend products to your friends and family, you can purchase a couple beforehand. If you can't, it's not a problem. We can start making you money before you have to do that. So it's not, if you know, anything is possible for anybody. And there's lots of males in my business as well. I think a lot of people think it's just for girls.
Yeah, I was going to say that. You know,
yeah. The men obviously don't stand doing the lip gloss and things like that in front of the camera, but when the men see the business model and they understand it and the compensation plan, you know, I've had girls in my team sign their husbands up and they now do it together, and it's great. Yeah, it's really great. And it's nice seeing people work together in the same household, makes it special. So yeah.
No, 100%. So how can people meet you, Amber?
I'm so excited that you got me on. So the best way to get to me would probably be Instagram. That's my main it's my main social media, really. I'm not a Twitter girl. Facebook is normally my warm contact. So any messages on Instagram will always be read. I will always get back to everybody. So yeah, you won't be ignored. And as I said, not just business wise, anything. I'm happy to help you. And yeah.
And what's your handle on all the platforms? Like, what do people type in to find you?
Oh, sorry. It's at Amber Mccall XX, I'm pretty sure.
Good. Is that the same on Facebook as
So
well?
yeah, but you can tag me in the post.
No, obviously I'll do all that, but I mean, because this is gonna go out on YouTube, on all these other platforms, and somebody might just stumble across it who doesn't even know who we are and might listen to it. So it's pretty much the reason I say that is for those that are listening that don't even have us on the social media, that might be like,
yeah,
how do I get in touch with you?
So Instagram, Amber Mccall, MCCALL.
Fantastic. And it's the
Don't
same
forget it
as well, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Amber Mccall on Facebook.
No, that's great. That's great. One more thing as well. What's the name of the company that you work with? Because people might want to do a bit of research as well.
New Skin Enterprises, and I think it's 33 years we've been open, or 36. So we're actually in the New York Stock Exchange. So if you wanted to see like our facts and figures, we are complete open book. We've actually been voted the best, top 5 best places to work 5 years straight as well. It's an incredible company. So definitely have a look at it. And if you want to start a new adventure, then I'm your girl, and I would absolutely love to help you every step of the way.
Listen, Amber, this podcast has been amazing. I can't tell you, like, I didn't know all that happened. I mean, when we met in 2013, obviously, I remember it was you and Hannah, and I was showing you around the place, and I can't believe how far you guys you've come, because I know Hannah is running her own salon now. I know the rest of it, but listen, amazing, and I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy this, and I pray and hope that somebody out there who's struggling would able to take on your advice and jump into this, and if they persist with this, they can make something out of themselves, like yourself. 10,000 a month, come on, that's amazing. I don't even hear that much, but geez,
I know
money, girl.
But JB, I really want to get a quick screenshot of us. Go smile. Done.
Fantastic. Listen,
I had to.
You're making money. You're making serious buck. And if any girl out there listens, and they'll be able to do exactly the same as you're doing. So I just want to say a big thank you so much for coming on. I really, and I'm sure we'll carry on talking. And anytime you've got new products, new ventures, hit me up, and we'll be able to do another one. And anytime you want to reach out, if you've got something going, please. It's always, I love to help, and I love to see people succeed. And that's what my podcast it's all about. I'm talking to different people in different walks of lives, and it's to help the world, and make it a better place, make people achieve greatness, achieve success. We can all be successful. There's plenty.
I love that.
We can all be successful. I don't have to be jealous of what Amber is doing. Everybody's in their own lane. We can all make it if we focus. So it is like, I'm so super excited to have you on, and I just want to say
and thank you so much. I literally love talking to you. It's been a long time, but we'll stay in touch more often. We'll 100%. Have to hook up when the world goes back to normal, hopefully.
100%. Listen, it's been amazing, and just want to say thank you guys for joining us. Make sure you follow Amber on all her Instagram platforms. Like she said, if you want to join into the business, she'll be able to explain everything to you guys. So basically subscribe to this, or you can watch it on YouTube, on Apple Music, on Spotify as well. It's on there for you guys to watch. Make sure you subscribe, you share. If there's anybody struggling out there and they need a bit of extra cash, share this video for them, because hey, they'll learn something. So guys, thank you so much for joining us on episode 4 of On the Mic with JB, and today my special guest was Amber. Thank you guys, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.